Hey, hope you're doing well out there. It's Dr. Matt here. And today I actually wanted to share with you some ideas for the best exercises for neck discomfort, neck pain, and actually helping build yourself back up again. So these are particularly important just in terms of reconditioning your neck muscles, keeping yourself on your A game, and some of the simple things that you can do on your own throughout the day to helps make a difference. So I'm going to teach you those today, as well as share you some ideas and some things that you can do just to make a difference in terms of your overall health and healing and being proactive. So number one is that my goal for you is that you stand most of the time. If you have a job where you're sitting a lot, maybe you work from home, wherever you may be, or you're driving for, let's say, 30 to 60 minutes to work, and then sitting for 6 to 8 hours, that's a lot of sitting, right? And you consider yourself like this, practicing this position all day. What do you get better at? This position. Versus your spine and your brain prefer if you're more stacked like this, and it's actually much better for you. So my suggestion is, first of all, make sure you're standing up every 20 to 30 minutes. And on top of that, if you can do one better than that, it's just implement yourself a standing workstation, which make a world of difference. And stand 90% of the time. Stand as much as possible. And then my other thought is that make sure, take your breaks from your screen. Even though it may sound counterintuitive to step away from your work, still take a moment to spend those 10 minutes. Walk when you get to work, 10 minutes, and then again at lunch, walk 10 minutes, and then again in the evening, walk 10 minutes. Because you know what? If you can do 10 minutes, it'll probably turn into 15 minutes. And before you know it, you've walked an extra couple of miles every single day, which will play a role with your health and healing, especially if you have neck pain as well, which will help overall, help changing your state. So, some of the things that I find work really well. First of all, when you get in your car to go to work, right? In terms of the best neck exercises I've found time and time again, when you get in your car to go to work, what I want you to think about is I actually want you to sit in your car, right? And when you're in your car, pull your shoulder blades back, just gently get yourself on the steering wheel, 10 and 2, and I want you to gently make a double chin and push your head into the headrest. And just enough that you make a small double chin, just like this. And you're thinking about, when I move, watch from the side. From here to here. And contract for 5 seconds, and then pause. So you're gonna do that 3 to 5 times. So pause, 5 seconds, and then 3 to 5 times. And what you're thinking about is you got your anatomy, your spine, your nervous system, your cervical curve, and you're thinking about all those small muscles on the front of your cervical spine that you're working on reconditioning and helping build up the tolerance so that when you get to work, imagine if you did that every single day a couple of times and you compounded that over, let's say, all your work days, right? 20 days a month times 10 to 12 months a year. That would be a big difference in terms of cervical muscle conditioning. So 5 seconds, and it's just ever so slight. Watch my double chin. Pause, push your head gently into the back of the headrest of the car, and from the side, and just like that, okay? So that's your job when you get to drive to work. Number 2 is when you're at work. So when you're at work, what I want you to think about is when you go to stand, or when you're standing up, right? If you're constantly focused in this position, right? In terms of your spine, and you're stuck in this position looking at your screen, all I want you to try is in terms of exercise movements, remember your joints like movement. Preferably, in terms of keeping your joints healthy, you have to move against resistance, ideally every single day, through a full range of motion. So that can be quite a bit of movement, right? And something that we may never have thought of before, but as soon as you stop moving, the joint begins to break down in some way. So it's important that you lubricate it, move it to keep it healthy. All the joints of your spine help your brain know what's going on too and send good information up. So some of the basic movements, letter X, like 8 to 10 times this way, and then again 8 to 10 times this way. So in terms of movement, exercise, something easy you can do when you're at your desk. Now, when you're there, also I want you to think about how can you condition some of the more superficial muscles as well. And in terms of keeping your neck strong, I always like to think when you're doing your exercise routine, think groceries in, garbage out. So, blood flow to the area, let's say a little bit of inflammation, right? But especially when you exercise, you got groceries in, garbage out. Blood flow to the area, new cells are being made, healing happens, getting rid of the old tissue as it dies off. So, all I want you to think about is light isometric exercise, and what you're going to do is just 5 seconds pushing to the right, 5 seconds pushing to the left. And you can do, let's say, 3 to 5 reps on one side, 5 seconds contraction. You can also do front and back, so like this. Pause, and then as well in the back, push against. And you're getting used to firing your neck muscles. And just like you'd exercise your bicep to help make your elbow joint and your arm stronger, you can still exercise your neck muscles to help recondition. And if you change the way you tolerate things, I always think about it like this. If your workout feels like a, let's say, 8 out of 10 in terms of difficulty or perceived effort, you want it to be the time when you push yourself so that your day-to-day feels like you're 2 or you're 3 out of 10. So you end up saying, oh, no problem. That's easy. I got this. So think about it like that. Doing a little bit of conditioning, let's say 5 seconds. You can do 3 to 5 reps each way, and you have a little routine along with the X pattern and the chin tucks when you get into the car. Now, some basic stretches that I found have worked really useful. We focused on the exercises. I'm going to share with you one stretch and then we'll wrap it up. So a lot of times if we get stuck in this position, it can actually feel really good just to take yourself to the end range and pause and breathe. So what you can do is actually just gently, so this is my right hand reaching up onto the left side of my head, and I'm looking down at the floor, and you're thinking about all these muscles through here, or your traps, and some of the deeper muscles too, breathing. And when I do it, I will hang out there. You can do it, focus on your breathing, focus on your breath, right? Use your breath to help control your state. So what I would suggest is 4 seconds out, 2 seconds in, and just focus on breathing. You can hang out there for, let's say, 60 seconds to 2 minutes, and then you come up, you move around, you'll probably find you're a little bit looser. So consider all that. And remember, like anything, as I've shared with you in the past, it's the consistency that is key. You're not necessarily going to try it one time or try it for a week and say, oh, that feels so much better. It's going to be the consistency compounded over the course of making this a part of your routine. Standing up more, standing desk, walking, breakfast, lunch at least, ideally dinner time too before you leave in your car to go home. Strengthening your neck muscles, doing your chin tuck exercises when you get in the car. It's all the small things that help build you up, and then you want to get to a level that it's easy to maintain that neck strength. And the thing is, how long do you benefit from these? That's the big question. As long as you do them. So that's the big important part in terms of helping recondition your neck, help you move better, and help you thrive to keep up with kids, your grandkids, and those you love. So remember, it's about putting in the work as well so that you can be that much stronger and more resilient. Okay, so put all those things together. Consider the health of your spine and nervous system. Of course, as your family corrective chiropractor, I think about your spine, your nervous system, how that moves and functions. And many times, people may be shifted and stuck because remember, your brain controls your muscles, your organs, all the tissues going down. Your nervous system connects to everything. And if the nerves are irritated, that's really what your family chiropractor, corrective chiropractor checks for. So you may have challenges, or you may get to the point where you have discomfort up here, but also we're going to look at down here as well and through here so that this system can work at its best and you can function and heal that much better. Anyways, consider all that today. I'll leave you with that. And as I've shared with you in the past, if you know someone who could benefit, that's my only ask. Take a moment to share it. Right? If you know someone who could benefit, I got a big mission in terms of helping people understand their spine and nerve system health, that they need better function for better health, and they got to give themselves the building blocks to be healthier. I cannot do it alone, so I need your help too. So if you take a moment to share it, I appreciate it very much. Thank you, and I hope you're having a wonderful day out there. Bye for now.